Conformity Gate. This has got to be one of the craziest things out there of all time. Hey, I'm just saying, if they managed to pull this off, it would literally be the greatest thing ever done in TV history. And today's the day, ladies and gentlemen. January 7th. Now, before 5 p.m. comes, I just want to put all the evidence together and set the record straight, since there's a lot of misinformation out there. So I'm going to do my best, to the best of my ability, to get all of the cleanest info out there. So without further ado, let's investigate this stuff. I list a bunch of things here. First of all, the graduation gowns are supposed to be green, not orange. We supposedly know this by reports of there being some sort of Stranger Things book where it explicitly mentions that Nancy's robe was green and now they're orange. Now that's either because it's a metaphor, how they look like they're wearing prison outfits, or because Henry remembers the gowns being orange in his time and not realizing that the color changed, hence the illusion being untrue. Next, speaking of the graduation scene, why are there just empty signs in the back? And why are an absurd amount of people sitting down like Vecna? It's literally everyone. Maybe a couple people are not doing it, but it's almost everyone. I thought it was the reach, but rewatching episode 8, it's honestly creepy once you look at it, bro. Also, why does all of the main cast have somebody with glasses sitting right next to them? I mean, kind of on their, I forgot what side it is, but you see what I mean. And with Steve and Robin too. It's not with everyone, but it's with Steve, Robin, and everyone graduating. That's crazy. What is happening here? Also, this thing with the Morse code, by the way, is debunked. It's fake. That's not a clue. But what isn't a fake, however, or it could just be an error, is the dial. Why do this? Was it just an error? I mean, well, some may think that, but notice the color change on the playground. The one Holly noticed. What the hell was I yapping about here? The one Holly notices it? Huh? Okay, whatever. You guys get what I'm trying to say. First, it's red. It's normally supposed to be red. And what color does it change afterwards? The same shade of gray on both of them. What the flip? Okay. Maybe that's not enough evidence. Okay. Well, what about this scene here? Where in the epilogue begins, before we hear the sound of bricks, it kind of sounds like a heartbeat. I don't know what that may mean, but it's interesting. And this scene too, in epilogue.
Wait. Hold on. That's it. Comfort and happiness? Could you be more trite? I thought you were some kind of master storyteller or something.
Why do I feel like Max isn't calling out Mike here? Or Vecna, like what other people have been saying. What if this is just a direct call out? What if it's just the Duffer Brothers calling themselves out? The audience, we the audience are Max, demanding more. And Mike is the Duffers, who really have more info than we thought. Another idea I have about the Duffers is, you know how they've been deliberately answering every interview very strangely? All of their answers are very vague, and they don't sound confident. They don't even know what they're talking about. They just made the shit up on the spot. What if they're trying to avoid saying too much and not give away any details that come out in the finale? And the Duffers are usually quick to debunk false rumors, when people started posting fake times before the season started, and they're like, nope, this is fake. These are not the real run times. Wouldn't they have come out and said that this shit is fake if we were wrong? Also, this scene in season 1. I went searching for it and literally became friggin' lost media. But it's basically just a clip where Dustin says, the ending sucks and it has too many plot holes. I mean, I don't know. Sounds pretty familiar to me. I mean, the military just let the gang go. After murdering a bunch of soldiers. Stacy asked the guy out to a party all of a sudden. There are no Demogorgons in the finale. It sounds too good to be true. And when they leave the basement later that night, their books spell X a lie. the X was a lie. I don't know what that mean per se, but that's pretty interesting. Heroes plays at the end of the episode, and that song plays only when there's a fake ending / death. They did that with Will in season 1. They did that with Hopper in season 3, and now here in season 5. Although this one is kind of tricky because it could just be, for L's quote unquote death. But I digress. And also, speaking of season 1, the amount of 7s in Stranger Things is insane. Will rolls a 7 and gets captured by the Demogorgons. The die in the end credits is also a 7. The screen goes to black for 7 seconds after Steve almost dies. 7 seconds between each Thunderstrike. Hopper's 6767 line for some reason. And it took them 7 days to find Will. And also way more. But I'm gonna get into those a bit after this. Since those are my more like damning pieces of evidence. Also, by the way, quick question. Have you guys ever seen Steve play baseball? No? Then why the fuck is he a baseball coach? Is it because, I don't know, Vecna's seen him with a bat all the time? Is this also why Susie and Vicky don't come out in the end? Because he doesn't know they exist, so he couldn't write them in? I mean, I don't know. This book here at the end, called The Empty Copper Sea, is about a false ending and the rest of the stuff that you see on screen here. I just included a screenshot of all of it. It's a lot. Why include that book? That specific book in the finale? Something has to happen here. The Duffer Brothers also said that they printed out the final episode of Stranger Things on red paper. And here, when they're reading the script of the quote-unquote finale, why is it white? Like, there's pictures of it literally being red. Why are some of these white? They're all supposed to be freaking red. When you search up fake ending on Netflix, guess what show pops up? Like, what? Okay. Maybe Netflix search engine just sucks. But, okay. I also forgot to add this into the script, but there's also like this thing in the squawk where it kind of, there's like static and it kind of sounds like someone's yelling, "Mike, wake up." What the why add that? Alright, now for my damning pieces of evidence. First of all, this picture of the Stranger Things 5 logo that they just randomly posted online. When you put it over a clock, it's pointing at 1 and 7. This random video of Mr. Clark, just why would they post this? Just for no reason. In the very back of the room, the clock is pointing to 1 and 7. Why? Okay, I know the clock actually reads 2:07, like actually, but I mean, come on. The hands are pointing more to 1 and 7. And also, this Tonight Show post that they literally came up hours before I wrote this.
Grasp and squeeze, grasp and squeeze, grasp and squeeze. Let's channel our energy. Let's channel our energy. Tomorrow, it begins. Let's do the...
What the flip do you mean tomorrow it begins? What is happening tomorrow? And look how long the video is. 1 minute and 7 freaking seconds. 1-7. I don't know if this is true or not, but I remember watching a video where this lady is breaking down the legal logistics of what it takes to register a TV show in like Hollywood's database. And they're legally required to do this. It's the law. Tell me why. Every last episode of Stranger Things has the tag. So basically, like, you're supposed to register the first and last episodes of seasons of TV shows in order for them to be, like, legit. Tell me why. Every fucking season of Stranger Things, the last episode all has these tags except for the finale we fucking saw. What? Like, okay, you know what? Maybe it's just a delay. Maybe they're having the tag pending. No, that doesn't make any sense. There's something going on here. Also, a rule of thumb when it comes to storytelling through camera work is to never have the actors look into the camera unless you're trying to say something to the audience. So why the actual Schmingus is sorry joking. Is Lucas looking into our freaking souls when he says this?
I don't know about you guys, but I don't believe in coincidences.
What is that? I forgot to mention this as well, but the unanswered questions that the Duffers have left us. What the heck? Like, what the heck is Vecna's emote in Fortnite about? Why did it what the hell? It says remote. Like, we've never seen him do this before. Why would they just add that? And who opened the door in season 1? The Duffer Brothers literally went out of their way to say that it wasn't Vecna after we were like all speculating, oh, it's probably Vecna trying to get, Will. But they literally came out and debunked that for no reason and said that we'd get the answer to this question. What? Where's the answer? What is happening here? Why did you just... It would have just been much easier for them to say that it was Vecna, but they went out of their way to say that it wasn't and that we'd see the answer to that in this season, and we never did. We have some content missing here, guys. And also, the new Stranger Things merch. When you put these things under a UV light, they say Vecna lives. Why? Why do this? This term was only used in like season 4. Like in the beginning of season 4. Why would they? Oh. Let me break this down for you guys. Eddie says Vecna is missing his left arm and his left eye when he returns. In the last episode, Vecna's left arm gets ripped off. And when Joyce chops his head off, guess which eye is covered when his head hits the ground? His left! And when Dustin attempts to kill Vecna in the campaign, he rolls an 11 and fails to do so. Guess how many times Joyce needed to swing her axe into Vecna's throat to quote-unquote kill him? Exactly 11 times. Vecna lives. I don't know what these guys need to do 20 times to truly kill Vecna, but if what we're all seeing is actually real, and we're getting episode 9 today at 5 p.m., this will literally be the greatest thing to ever happen in television history. And if they don't, I guess somebody else can get the job done one day.